we all know that a certain Senor Monklesworth spends some time south of the border, and he picked up a recipe down there for what some of us might call a fried donut, but what he calls a churro. And luckily here in the U.S., unless you have a great friend that has a home style recipe, you can pick up Oreo churros, and he's over here, we cooked them, he's rolling them, we're getting them on the plate, but there's a ton of Oreo goodness. 2 new flavors of regular Oreo. Will they go quad? Who knows? Also, Oreo frozen goods, and something that looks a lot like something we already had, but I can assure you it is not. Monk, baby, I gotta tell you, whipping up churros must have been your greatest achievement south of the border. Oh, you want your rematch? You think you deserve a rematch? I think Baxter the American Beaver deserves a rematch, but get out of here. You're not going to ruin our churro party. Go sit somewhere and light while we do this.
Can Murph do this? 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 Can Murph do this?
There's an old saying, there's nothing left but the crying, but in the case of these Oreo churros, there's nothing left but the tasting, and Monk's on to the end part. He's rolling them in the sugar, but what you want to do when you pick these up in the frozen section is you heat and you serve, and how you do that is you put them in the oven for 8 minutes on 450 degrees, or you can put them in the fryer, which is the traditional method, for 1:15. There's toaster oven instructions too, but basically that's just a click away from being the conventional oven. And something unconventional is our love of sweets, because we love them in a big way. Monk, baby, I'm gonna get a little more sugar. Oh, it's like the bag fries at McDonald's. There's always a little more sugar that you can, but that's quite delectable. It's like cooking with Monk, like cooking with Jeff on Funny or Die, with the most talented American actor of all time, Jeff Goldblum. Let's see how it is. Must go faster. Oh. It's crunchy. It's doughy. And I'm not talking about that hippie I know with the big gut. That's Guadalupe Randall. It's just right. The sugar, it has little pieces of Oreo in it, so it's not just granulated sugar. It's granulated sugar with Oreo pieces. 4 of these are a serving, but you'll probably want 8. It's literally what you would expect of an Oreo with the flavor and essence of a churro. So far we're off to a great start. It's a home run. Monk, I'm not going to take those away because I know you're still working on those. But we're going to move right along because we got a lot of Oreo goodness today. And while you're in the freezer section picking those up, you may remember a time where we had deep fried Oreos. And I would be hard pressed to be convinced that these are not some flipped version of the deep fried Oreo, but we have both chocolate crunch and vanilla crunch State Fair Oreos. Now you go to the State Fair and you get things like deep fried butter and deep fried Kool-Aid. That's where they put Kool-Aid and cornmeal and they fry it. And deep fried ice, which is just a ploy to rip you off because they just hand you a bowl and they're like, there's your deep fried ice. It's just like when they bought air in the movie Spaceballs. You want fresh air, you step outside when Guadalupe Randall's eating the refried beans. But okay, so crispy outside, warm and creamy inside, Oreo State Fair cookies brings the unforgettable taste of deep fried Oreo cookies home, available in chocolate and vanilla crunch. That's pure Oreo magic in every delicious bite. The last deep fried Oreos we had didn't have these crunchies on it, so I guess that's the big takeaway. These are the new and improved version 2 deep fried Oreos, and these ones are microwavable. I think the last time we were not so lucky. You can put them in a conventional oven, which, truth be told, is probably better that way, but 80% of everything we eat comes out of the microwave, and the other 20% is reheated in the microwave. So we're happy to have that. Again, through the power of YouTube magic, we have the vanilla and the chocolate. Let's see how it goes. And I'm always for doing the new first, so I don't remember these vanilla ones, but I don't get vanilla per se. It's not quite cinnamony, but there is some sort of flavor in that vanilla that makes it a little unconventional. There's 187, yellow cornmeal. So they did go more, the last ones were truer based on the Oreo. These have the cornmeal, which again, it is no joke. That's how they make the deep fried Kool-Aid. They pour it in cornmeal, make it into a ball, and put it in the oil. Let's see how the good old-fashioned chocolate Oreo comes out with the State Fair flair. They also have State Fair corn dogs, and they also have State Fair white sleeveless t-shirts with grease stains on them. But you gotta go over to the menswear section to pick those up. The chocolate is the better of the two, but it's not like the vanilla is some kind of slag. It's just, you look at this and you taste it and it takes you away from the Oreo feel because it's kind of dominated by the cornmeal. The cornmeal in this, much like the sugar in the churro, does have a more true to form Oreo flavor. Looks like it's got the crunched up Oreo in there. When you go with the vanilla, vanilla, it's like when you say somebody's vanilla, it's a bland flavor, so it's going to be dominated by whatever's with it, aka the cornmeal. We're 2 for 2 on delectable treats, Senor Monklesworth. I wonder if they have state fairs in Mexico. Do they have states in Mexico? Or do they just call it the fair? Or do they just call it the donkey parade? I don't know. How did donkeys get so prevalent in Mexico? Beats me. I'm just happy that we have donkeys. Like Eeyore and Donkey. Monk's a big fan of Donkey. Because he just likes the way it's pronounced. Now, before we get into the good humor portion of our program, there's something that has an Oreo flavor that isn't branded by Oreo. So this is an Outlaw Oreo product, in so much as it's made by Hostess, and I'm sure like Oreo's not going to throw much of a fight. There are new Oreo cookie and cream brownies. If you look at the cover of the box, that cookie and cream is an Oreo. Just like a Hydrox is an Oreo or a Twist and Shout's an Oreo. Soon we're going to do a run through of all the generic Oreos, and we're going to tell you which one's the best. This isn't generic by any stretch, because again, it's Hostess, big time, Kansas City, Missouri. They got a lot of good treats. But let's see their take on what is essentially an Oreo brownie. The suspense is killing me! Ba, ba, ba. Boy, whoever invested in hankies before Monk went down to become a Mexican wrestler really is cleaning it up. He has a wide variety. Today he's sporting his purple with his Monk Championship belt. He's been known to wear red, which is the most traditional of all hankies, and also camouflage. Alright, so it looks like anything else you're getting from Hostess. It's got the Hostess wrapper. They're not letting you get confused and think that this is a product by Oreo, who belongs to Nabisco. No, this is Hostess. And you look at it first blush, it's traditional, hard frosting. I'm sure the center is nice and soft. These have not been in the fridge, and as you can see, I'm squeezing pretty good. I'm literally on my father's grave, I'm squeezing, and I didn't do much damage. You can see a big thumbprint there, you can see a little bit there. Let's see how it tastes. Now, when you buy a store-bought brownie and you bite it, it usually has a firmness to it. That's true to form here. The frosting isn't overwhelming it with vanilla, but I'd say they kind of achieved what they were looking for in making it an Oreo inspired. And again, you can't put that picture there and tell me that they can put Hostess on their cookie, that's still an Oreo. This it doesn't really light my world on fire. It is still just a store-bought brownie. They did what they were looking for. I'm sure they'll sell some because of this big "new" in the corner, "new," but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be knocking down their door to get these cookies and cream brownies. But something I'll always knock down their door for is a new Oreo. And Oreo, are you ready for 2 ice cream flavored surprises? Rocky Road Trip and Strawberry Shortcake. Rocky Road Trip is a cookie with marshmallow bits and Rocky Road flavored cream with soy nut inclusions. I don't know why they wanted to point that out unless it's some kind of warning. And Strawberry Shortcake, hey baby, if you don't get the picture, strawberry flavored bits, vanilla cookie. This one's chocolate, this one's vanilla, much like what we experienced earlier with our state fairs that I'm not going to move off the table because there's only so much real estate for Monk's treats. And we got to find out, are we going to quad it? Can you quad it? Am I going to quad it? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. And we'll say we ate vanilla first on the state fair, so we'll eat vanilla second on this one. Alright, so you get that open. Black on black, like those sneakers I like. Chocolate, chocolate. Okay, that's unusual for Oreo. You smell it? It does have a distinct smell. It's not a double stuff by nature, it's a regular old Oreo. I don't want to disparage it, it's a regular Oreo with a Rocky Road inspired flavor. Let's get to the bottom of this. I do want to make sure I have a clean palate though. Which is something Monk demands whenever he makes churros and other Mexican desserts. He's not cooking on a dirty plate. Because you know what? He does it for the kids, and the kids deserve better. He believes the children are the future. Feed them well and watch them go run in the hay. Travel down whatever rocky road you have to pick these up, because these are a grade A, quantifiable Oreo. Boom! Quad Oreo. The cream melts in your mouth, okay? That's good cream. The cookie is just right. I don't know how to describe Rocky Road really. Chocolate ice cream with marshmallows is pretty much the big idea, I guess. But these are well eatable. Like, make sure you have a couple friends over, you're going to eat the whole bag yourself. This is an accomplishment. And again, you don't often see the chocolate on chocolate. You don't see the creamy center being anything usually other than a white or a bright color. These are the real deal. We're keeping those around. Strawberry shortcake, you have a high standard to meet. And I'm not talking about that old strawberry shortcake that doll that smelled like a air freshener. Alright, so vanilla cookie, pink cream center. Very, very strawberry. The smell, like, we smell just about everything. This, like, hits your nostrils and it won't stop. And it can't stop. A monk. He's a cooking the churros, monk. And a monk. He raps a little bit down south of the border too. He's like, Chula loco monkey, getting real funky, cooking the churros for all the bambinos. That's Italian, I don't know. We'll work on it later, monk. Word! Okay, so, I don't know, could we go 2 for 2 on the quads? Let's find out. Oh, baby. We're cool for the summer, to quote Demi Lovato. Quad, champ. This is like the Daniel Cormier of Oreo cookie showdowns. Ba-boom! Quad it up. That strawberry hits you like a ton of bricks in a good way. It tastes like, at the least, strawberry frozen yogurt, and at the most, the best strawberry ice cream you've had in a while. And this is a more peanut buttery, just to give you a textural idea, not a taste idea. This is a thicker cream, but it hits that back of your tongue and it sort of stays there. And that ain't a bad thing. And it's got a lot of little specks of strawberry right in the cookie. The chocolate is just basically your chocolate graham. But this, they really went all out. They weren't lazy with this. And Good Humor, they actually put their name on this strawberry shortcake one because that's that famous cakey ice cream that my dad used to bring home for us from the gas station, and we'd go bananas. Occasionally go bananas. Cookie. We would occasionally, if they were too frozen, we would sit on them for a minute because they're the best when you can just sort of let it melt in your mouth and in your hand, as is the case with ice cream. I don't know why they didn't put their name on Rocky Road. Maybe they got no connection to Rocky Road, but they do have a connection, and this is one of the older and better alternative Oreo treats with an ice cream bar. Again, Good Humor. Do you hear the ice cream truck? For over 90 years, the Good Humor truck's been delivering the fun and magic that you've grown to love and have not grown. Today, you and your family can enjoy a great tasting range of treats from the comfort of your own home. Well, Good Humor, I'm glad to hear that, because this is one of those, again, all-time treats. And this is essentially the chocolate version of the strawberry shortcake cake bar. And you can find Good Humor on Facebook, like you can Ken Murph Do This on Facebook, at Ken Murph Do This on Twitter and Instagram. See Monk and all his trials and tribulations, from being just a regular old chill monkey in the house, eating snacks, all the way to him wrestling and doing big things, and even converting enemies into friends, as is the case with Baxter, the American Beaver, who's off today. He had to spend some time floating on a log and just, enjoying life and chewing on some wood. Nothing from Oreo was bad today. Again, the two Oreos, you got the churros, the two state fair flavors. Chocolate better than vanilla, vanilla's its own thing. These Hostess brownies, what are you going to do? That ain't Nabisco's fault. They're okay. Are they going to be the hugest hit on earth? Probably not. But I'm ready to sink my teeth into this, and you can always sink your teeth into new videos every Saturday. We had previously just had a great time at Monk's Candy Bar, where we had new Snickers and exciting 7 Select Go Yum candy bars, peanut butter and jelly with chips, a birthday cake that was popping off with its Pop Rock-esque candies. I don't know if they made a deal with Pop Rocks, much like Good Humor and Oreo, or if they just did knockoff Pop Rocks, like Rap Pox, or just where they reverse the letters and make you feel like a fool. But the best part about these things is always how crispy on the outside the crumbly topping is, and how soft and delicious the ice cream is. Something else that's soft and delicious is Monk's Churros. He's soft, but he's not delicious. He's vicious when he's rapping, Senor Monklesworth, giving you your money's worth on the churros with the cholos. Booyah, 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 booyah. We got things to do. We have friends to convert into enemies and enemies to convert into friends. Something, I don't know. It's all involving Randall. He's fine when he's got the mask off. He puts the mask on, he becomes a different guy. We'll still buy him an ice cream. Until next week when we have our end of summer barbecue. It's the end of summer. School's going to be starting after that. The NFL, the Leafs are going to turn. It's crazy, but we're here for you every week, back in full effect. He's Monk. I'm Murph, and we'll see you next time we do this.